Welcome to your Beaufort County News headlines. I'm Matt Golden here. Today's top stories. Elevated to a Category 5 storm on Monday. With recorded winds of 180 miles per hour, Hurricane Milton could bring residual effects to Beaufort County later this week, particularly flooding due to storm surge. But as the system marched northeast across Gulf of Mexico, meteorologists conceded there was much uncertainty in the current forecasts. As of 6 p.m. Monday, Beaufort County was under the following weather advisories: storm surge watch until 2 a.m., Tuesday tropical storm watch until 2 a.m., Tuesday high risk of rip currents until 8 p.m. Tuesday night. Milton's wind field is expected to greatly increase late Wednesday and Thursday, covering Beaufort County beginning Wednesday night, according to NWS meteorologist Ron Morales. Tropical storm force winds of 39 miles per hour or more are most likely Thursday morning in southeast South Carolina. Storm surge inundation has risen to the top of our biggest concerns for coastal South Carolina and Georgia, Morales said Monday evening. Storm surge occurs when extreme weather and high winds raise seawater levels to abnormally high levels, causing dangerous flooding. Beaufort County and surrounding coastal areas are most likely at risk of storm surge during high tide Thursday afternoon, Morales said. Water levels could also peak late Thursday night into Friday morning. Residents of Beaufort County will have the opportunity to vote to fund millions of dollars worth of road projects in the upcoming election. The November 5th ballot will have two questions regarding Beaufort County sales tax referendum. The first is a yes or no vote on a 1% sales and use tax to impose on residents. This sales and use tax would be in effect until $950 million was collected and would not be in place any longer than 10 years. This money would go toward a variety of different projects, including work on highways, roads, and bridges. The second question on the ballot regards issues of bonds under $515 million to help pay for those same projects. This will also be a simple yes or no question. Tuesday afternoon, Beaufort County District 5 Chairman Joe Passnett will host a community meeting to provide a better understanding of what projects funding could go toward. The meeting will be held at 2:30 p.m. at the Lake House located at 1251 Sergeant William Jasper Boulevard, Okeechobee. The meeting is open for the community to ask questions and get information on the 1% sales tax. Beaufort native Brett Everett races across the glassy surface of the Morgan River in a 22-foot boat on a muggy 71-degree morning, using the Lowcountry Waterway to drive deep into the salt marshes. But Everett and his crew, William Beveride and Lucky Alewine, aren't out there on the river for pleasure. For the next several hours, they will sweat and grunt as they strain to pull dozens of metal cages from the water, hoping they will be filled with Atlantic blue crab. Known for their sweet flavor and brilliant blue claws, blue crab is a lowcountry treasure that's in high demand up and down the East Coast. If only their demeanor was as pleasant as the flaky white meat after being steamed and dipped in butter. South Carolina's coastlines are dominated by vast salt marshes with dense stands of smooth cordgrass and oyster reefs, drenched twice daily by tides up to 8 feet. It's perfect habitat for delicious blue crab that hide in the grass to feed on oysters, clams, and snails, anything they can get their vicious little claws into. Sometimes the cantankerous crustaceans burrow into the mud with only their beady eye stalks visible, lying in wait for a passing meal. But if they're not careful, the crabs, an important link in the food chain, will become a meal themselves for birds and fish, or caught by crabbers like Everett. Each year, some 3 million pounds of blue crab are harvested from the coastal South Carolina, with the largest numbers landed by commercial fishermen like Everett, with smaller amounts taken by recreational crabbers fishing from shore or dock. But major changes are coming to the state's $6 million blue crab fishery, the state's third largest behind shrimp and finfish. After decades-long decline in numbers and low regulation, the state 2024 legislature decided to license and place pot restrictions on both commercial and recreational crabbing. Everett, who has been crabbing his whole life, is worried about the effect of the pot limit on rusty crabs, a business he built step by step with sweat equity and his own wits and skills. The business, named after the rust-colored bellies of the mature crabs filled with meat, now has 4 boats that are used to check some 200 pots daily. Everett enjoys the work, and he's good at it. For more information on any of these stories, please visit the sources on the screen. And as always, you can head to BeaufortCountySC.gov for press releases straight from Beaufort County. Thanks for tuning in to your Beaufort County News headlines. Have a great day, Beaufort County.